to another paranormal vlog. This one, some people might find it controversial, but this is just my personal opinion. I'm going to talk about parlour tricks and mediumship. What do we mean by parlour tricks? Oh, parlour tricks to me are things like table tipping, glasswork. You could even throw in Ouija boards, seances, etc. Now, I'll start off with table tipping. Now, I've heard so many stories about tables chasing people around buildings, balancing on one leg when nobody's touched it. But there's one thing lacking with all these stories is video evidence. Clear, good video evidence. Now, we've all seen the tables going like this and there, people they're moving like crazy and spinning, but they've all got one thing in common. There's always somebody touching the table. Let's see you stand in a circle around the table and the table do it on its own. I hear you say, but it needs human contact for spirit to work through. Why? Poltergeist doesn't need human contact. So why? No, don't buy it. I've seen table tipping done on cobbled floors, loads of uneven surfaces. So why can you claim that's even real? They do, but that's not. I've also heard there was somebody who looked after a venue who was well known in this venue for his table. It always tipped, on command it could move. Somebody once told me that one of the legs on the table had got a small dowel in the bottom, just to give it that little bit of uneasiness so he could have it on a perfectly flat surface, the slightest pressure and it would move. Now, that's plain cheating, complete all out cheating. So yeah, table tipping, I don't, no, I can't even say I'm on the fence. I don't rate it one bit. Glasswork, I've been involved in a few sessions of glasswork and yeah, it leaves questions, but again, it's easily manipulated, very easily manipulated. You don't need a lot of pressure. A lot of pressure from your fingertip to move that glass and it will go. Once you've got the movement happening, it's easy. I suppose you've got to 1000% trust the people around that table. But is it what they call the ideomotor effect, where it's subconsciously, without you realising it, you're moving the glass? With a Ouija board, you're moving the planchette. With a table, you're applying the pressure to get it moving because you want it to happen. They call it the ideomotor effect. It's an involuntary muscle movement that you don't even know you're doing. So in your head and everybody else's head, because they know they're not doing it, this is real. But it's not. Doing a Ouija board, you could have the name Bob in your head, short for Kate. If you know, you know. But you can have the name Bob in your head. It will spell out Bob because subconsciously you want it to, because that's who you want to connect with. I don't know. I'm throwing ideas out there. What do you think? What's your thoughts on Ouija boards, table tipping, glasswork, and we haven't got seances yet, but Ouija boards, I've never ever used one. I never will use one. I don't like them. Yeah, people go, oh, it's the Hollywood effect. I don't care what effect it is. I don't like them. I won't use them. I've seen them being used. I've seen bad things while they've been used. You're not in the paranormal world. The amount of time that me and my team have been in the paranormal world and not see some things, and I've seen some things, and some of these things involve Ouija boards. So I don't touch them. Part of my faith as well. Seances. We've all seen these Victorian seance pictures, stories, films, where things are being faked. They've got all sorts of weird mechanical things set up to make bangs, to open doors, to project ghosts into the room. You've seen the ones where the supposed medium goes into a cupboard and the cupboard's closed and a ghost will appear next to the cupboard, or the spirit, whatever you want to call it. It's all done for that. They all want money. And has it changed? Has it really changed? Ectoplasm. I don't mention ectoplasm. These you can tell on a lot of these photographs of this ectoplasm, it's cotton or some sort of bubble. It's fake. Whenever. Now, this is quite. I don't know. I'm going to throw this one out to you, to the audience. Is there proof, solid, concrete, on film proof of ectoplasm emerging from a medium whilst they're in a trance? I'd love to see it, but I don't think there is. So anyway, I mean, that's bringing me round onto mediums, I suppose. So I could probably count the amount of mediums personally. This is me. I'm not. I mean, there's probably a lot out there, but the people that I know, that I've worked with, that I've watched work, I could probably count on one hand. Yeah, easily. The ones that I could actually trust. The ones that really, they'll do Facebook readings. How can you do a Facebook reading? They'll ask for 10 to 15 people. I'm going to do a reading tonight at 7:30. I'll pick somebody at 7 o'clock. So everybody sends it. Oh, I want a reading. Oh, right, all that. What do you think he does in that, or he or she does in that half hour, where they'll pick somebody at 7 o'clock, but the reading won't be till 7:30? They always put a nice clear picture on your Facebook profile, please. Why? What do you need that? Oh, is that so you can go on their Facebook profile, find out virtually anything about them? You check that all these people that want a reading, is quite simple. The medium in loose terms obviously sits there, goes through their Facebook profiles, and the one that's got the most information that they can use, i.e. deaths of relatives, where they've lived, where they've worked, where they holiday, everything. Some people put their life on Facebook, everything. They'll pick the one that's got the most information. 7 o'clock comes, lucky winner, you've got a free reading. The medium then goes onto their Facebook profile and makes their notes. Oh, their Uncle Fred died then, their Auntie Edna died then, oh, their mum died there, that's where they went on holiday, oh, you used to live there, oh, they're their friends, and then all they've got to do is give them their reading. No. I mean, some of these aren't even free, some of these are charging. People are charging for this, and people fall for it. Why? A little story here, right? It's not medium as such, it's more a fortune teller. I know this woman, and she's gone to see this fortune teller. This fortune teller, probably wrongly, told her if she ever stopped work, she would end up in a wheelchair. She'd end up crippled, wouldn't be able to do anything, wouldn't be able to look after herself. What? Of course, as you can imagine, this scared the poor woman to death. Guess what? She worked well into her 70s until the day she dropped dead and died. She was frightened to stop work from what she'd been told. That poor woman didn't have a retirement, didn't enjoy the fruits of her labour, of her working. She worked until the day she died, because some unscrupulous fortune teller, medium, call them what you will, psychic, had told her she'd end up in a wheelchair, unable to look after herself, and she couldn't hack that. Is that right? No. So I suppose the moral of what I'm trying to say here in my rambling, strange way is be careful. Just be careful. Don't jump on Facebook and, oh, I'll have a reading off such and such or such and such. Look into them. Research the medium as the medium will research you. Like I say, there are some genuine people out there. Some people that have dropped my jaw on the floor. Some people that are like, wow. I've never had a reading. I don't want a reading. I don't. That's not my faith. Don't agree with that. I won't have a reading. I've never had a reading in over 25 years of being in the paranormal. Somebody's tried once and got every single thing wrong, but hey, there we go. Yeah, just be careful. Be careful who you pick. These days, anybody in this unscrupulous, strange world we call the paranormal can set themselves up as a medium and charge money, and people will pay it. And they've got about as much experience as our dog of giving readings. I mean, I'm as psychic as a brick. I can feel things. I can walk in a haunted building and tell you straight away what I feel. But I'm not a psychic. I'm not a medium. I've just got intuition. I've got a gift. I believe a gift of God to discern spirit. Even with people, some people are like, no, something not right. But that's just me. I don't claim to be anything psychic medium now. It's just to me a gift of God of spiritual discernment. I can walk in a building and get a feeling and know there's something not right, know that there's something wrong in this building. I suppose mediums do the same. But it's readings. Be careful. Be very careful. Check your medium. Check the credentials. Be careful. Parlour tricks for entertainment purposes only. Who knows? Love to hear your views in the comments. Speak soon. Bye bye.